So it's of course time for a brand new ban list in Duel Links, and of course we have so much more to go through. We've got a brand new selection box, we've got a structure deck, we've got some leaks for some new stuff coming, and so we're going to do a very big bonanza video. First of all is the brand new structure EX Spirit Charmers, which is looking to be not that great, right? It's focusing around the Charmer cards, the Heater, Win, Dark, your Liner, and it's probably going to be not super amazing. There's some bundle deals with the alt arts for the Charmers, but you can only get one copy of each of them, and that's really annoying. I'm not sure this is going to be very good. You know, just straight up, I don't think it's going to be a amazing deck, and I can kind of see why they wanted to hold off from it from being before Worlds, if it was going to be a little bit disappointing. Also, there are a ton of accessories, right? We've got new accessories for the Sulphur Cores, we've got Charmers, or we've got Burning Abyss. These are very, very nice sleeves. But the big thing is going to be the brand new Selection Box Mini Volume 5 with a few brand new cards. First of all is Photon Sanctuary. We've won this for a while now. It's a free 2 bodies on board. Very, very good. We've got Lost Wind at Limit 3. This is a very, very good card. It's Fiendish Chain, but way better. You can use it twice, and this would be so good if it wasn't Limit 3. I still think it's a good card. Is it as good as Compulsory or Crackdown? I'm not too sure. You know, it's got some benefits, it's got some downsides, and it is annoying. It's in a paywalled box. That's kind of my big thing, is these are the paywalled content is awful. Also, I've just realized also, we've got Tour Guide in here. So Konami's, you know, all this time, this was going to be a Limit 3 card available in multiple copies. Okay. Can we buy the bundle again? Like, why paywall the second and third copy? I don't really get it, but sure. Then we get Next Time Night, which is a very, very scary card. Being able to nuke all of the cards on the field when you want to, either in your main phase or opponent's battle phase. So it is very easily dealt with, right? You know, Book of Moon shuts this down. It is dealable with, but a very cool, very iconic card now in Duel Links, super rare, so okay. We've then got some cards I don't really care about, right? Pen Treasure, the Court of Cards, but a big one is Brutal Dozer for your Earth Machine deck. This is super important. A very good card is now available, and again, it is annoying. It is paywalled. That's my big thing with selection boxes. It's always annoying when these things are paywalled. Now, speaking of the paywall, we've got a brand new paywall coming. Pick up Box Chaos Archives. What could this be? Now, I personally think this is going to be what we get in September for the normal Duel Links world, right? We'll get 7th World, a brand new Rush Duel box, we'll get a structure deck, and then we'll get this. A brand new box type, because pickups in the gacha games usually are you choose the card you want, and then you go for it, and then eventually you'll get it. This could be something similar, and it could be a new way of kind of making more money. If they're going to make Rush Duel free to play, they kind of want to like bolster up the Duel Links revenue. Who knows? You know, it's still so early, we don't know what it is. But still, pretty cool, I guess, getting an early leak at a brand new product. Very, very cool. Finally, we've got Yuga Oro's Sprite and 7th World animation, confirmed if it's official via Duel Links press release. It looks very, very good. You know, it looks very good. Now, the other big news is confirming that, again, Rush Duel and Speed Duel will be separate, but also, all players will once again stand on the same starting line to collect cards and experience heated duels. This, to me, does mean that, yes, we're going to be starting afresh, you know. There's no transferring of cards in Duel Links to Rush Duel, right? So no Duel Links Blue Eyes can become a Rush Duel Blue Eyes, etc. Which does kind of make sense. And of course, Rush Duel rules can be played with Rush Duel cards. They are going to be separate. Thank you, Konami. But now, let's go on to the big thing, of course, the Duel Links ban list and skill changes. Oh boy. Because this is early. This is very early. Usually we get a ban list in late August, which is a bit small. You know, it's a bit small, 2 or 3 cards here or there, and it's usually just some unhits, right? Then, of course, the September ban list, the one that comes around the new world, is the big one, the real big one. And so, if we're getting that early, then please let this be good. So, let's first of all go to the skills and see. We've got Salamander and Phoenix, Relinquished Power being buffed, and Clear Wing Acceleration being nerfed. Here we go. So this one's a bit weird, right? It's making so you can almost summon or set Immortal Things Gear Free or Things Gear Free with 1 less tribute. But that's a nerf, technically, and a buff, because it's a buff because you're getting Immortal Phoenix Gear Free included, but a nerf because in the old skill, you could just summon a Phoenix Gear Freed without tributing. So it's a bit of a rework. And given you're already special summoning Waterwings gifted anyway, it feels like a nerf that's being marketed as a buff. It's really, really weird. Then we've got Licorice Puppet, which is basically just now letting you use Dark Exceeds rather than Dark Numbers, which is cool. You know, you can now play your Dark Rebellion, your Dark Requiem. That's very, very nice. And the big one is Clear Wing Acceleration. So the change here is that now you have to return a card from hand to your deck to use the second part of the skill, but also you can't just foolish any Speedroid tuner. It's got to be your Red Eye Dice. And so now that means you are more limited. You've got to run more than one copy of Red Eye Dice. It does mean you introduce some more bricking, I guess, into the deck. But overall, I think this is a good change, you know. Speedroid skill, it still feels bullshit, right? It still feels bullshit that you can summon into your Speedroid Kite Drake, nuke the board, and then go into a Clear Wing attacking with big damage. That kind of doesn't change, but does now require a discard, which, you know, sometimes in Speedroid, they use their entire hand to go into, and then they're kind of done. So it does mean you've got to be more careful with resources management, so I do kind of like it. But now, let's go on to the ban list, where this could be a huge one, or it could be tiny. It could be real minuscule. Let's see. So first up, we've got Odd Eyes Raging Dragon, a limit one, the only limit one card on the list, no bans at all. Okay, so this doesn't really make sense unless, like, they've... there's no way they're putting this and the other Xyz, right, the Dragon Pop one, in the same thing. Because that's not the problem with Raging Pendulum, you know? And even, I forgot to mention Raging Pendulum not being nerfed, hopefully means that ORCUST is being removed from the skill, right? So hopefully that's the case, but it does mean that the skill is still open to being abused in the future. Bit annoying, but at the moment it's a okay solution, right? If we are getting ORCUST nerfs, then sure. Then limit 2, we've got Mech Knight Blue Sky and Speedroid Fukumidoshi Piper. Oh dear, so this clashes with the normal summon, right? The double yo-yo, you summon that, go to the graveyard, bring back one back. Does that mean you now cut this entirely from the deck? Ooh, that is really harsh. That is really, really harsh. Oh, okay. Blue Sky, I guess, is being used here because of Crusadia Mech Knights rather than just Mech Knights in general. But we'll see what else is kind of happening. Then we've got Farfa going to 2. Okay. A nice little buff of Burning Abyss. I can kind of get down with that. Okay. Very, very cool. Then Orcus Nightmare going to 2. Finally, a starting hit for ORCUST, right? Starting hit for ORCUST. Doesn't really clash with anything on the ban list, so it is just a consistent hit, which I think is plenty fine for this card in particular. Then we've got Mecha Indigo Eclipse. Okay. Joining the 2 with the... Oh, okay. Ooh. Right, so I guess you've got to play one of each, or maybe you do just double up on... Well, I'm not sure, you know, I'm really not sure on the whole Mech Knight hits, if this is a good change or not. This just does kind of... If it's removing limit 2s in the deck, then sure, but I don't think they're playing them anyway, really. So, okay. Then we've got limit 3. So normal limit 2s. Okay, so now these are all cards that can't be used with, of course, things like Crackdown or Compulsory. We've got Orcus Harp Horror. That is now gone from Odd Eyes, right? They've got Pendulum Call at limit 3. They've got the Beatrice limit 3. So yes, ORCUST is now moved from Odd Eyes. Very, very good change. This is like the bane of my existence ladder, right? ORCUST by itself is annoying, but it's kind of manageable. But Odd Eyes ORCUST, when they do the whole Odd Eyes plays, they can pen summon, and then you know what? We'll just normal summon Scrap Recycle and do it all again. So it is a very annoying deck that now hopefully will be gone for good. Hopefully. Then we've got Dark Contra with the game because Savant Kepler is going to be unlimited. Okay. So just switching things around, I think they've been kind of going back and forth on these 2 cards. So it is a real cat and mouse game of where do they want to land. But this is fine, right? This is just, it's just fine. It's fine. Then we've got Transmodify, just come back, sure. Tame Elder, come back, sure. No longer on the list. Oh boy. And looking at the bar, yo. Oh, okay. So Rod is still 3. Okay. Right, so this doesn't change too much for Dimension, right? Because at the moment, the best way to play the deck is Witches and Magic. And I personally don't like that variant. I prefer playing the skill that gives you DMG for free, and this is a straight buff to that version. So I am very happy. It's been almost 3 years, right, since this card was hit. It was in the Zexal ban list, and so yeah, that is oh, okay. Just give me Rod as well, and I'll be a very happy bunny. Then we've got Winder. Okay, Winder's probably fine now, right? It is a very annoying card to deal with in Ritual Beast. Ritual Beast in general are a very annoying deck, you know, similarly with the Elder. But this should have been unhit a while ago. So it's about time they can come back. Sure, if we're getting Dalmatian's cards back, you can get these cards back. Just don't also bring Cocytus back because they're all kind of in the same era of Dark Dimensions World. So, okay. Then we've got Goki Super X being unlimited. They were already playing 3 anyway. So this does give them limit 3 cards, because I believe it was at limit 3 originally. So a very good change for Goki, but Goki already can do so much and can very easily OTK you with their big spell card, right? So I think this one might be a bit contentious as to whether it needs to happen or not, but still, cool, you know, cool. Then we've got Full Metal Foes Fusion. So this was a limit 1 card, right? Available 1 copy by the card trader. So now being available unlimited means you've got multiple copies. It means you've now got Econ access as well, if you want it, which I think kind of makes sense for that deck. Despite me hating Metal Foes matchups on ladder when you see them, depending on the deck, I think this is a very cool change. You know, I think this is very, very cool. So I'm all for it. Good job. Then we've got... Yes! Finally! Magician's Rod is free as well. Rod and Navigation, both free. Now, the big thing is people look at this and go, nothing really matters, right? Magician's Magic won't use these cards. This doesn't change much, right? But for the non-Magician's Magic deck, this is so big. We can now go back to playing War Crimes in Duel Links with Eternal Soul now as well. DM has never been stronger. Right before Rush as well. You know, I've kind of been on record, right? I've not been super enjoying the Duel Links format lately, but like the KONAMI are just like reeling me back in with the damages and stuff. Right before Rush Duel, they're like, Brad, we know you want to spend on Rush, but please spend on Duel Links. Who knows what's next, right? Who knows what is coming next? DM the Dragon Knight, maybe? Who the hell knows? Of course, there is Savant Kepler going through as well. We've got Tuning, so Yak is going to be happy in my Discord. Very cool. This was kind of needed. It was a bit of a weird hit, right? Of course, when they did hit the Synchro deck, and I still think the skill needs to be hit if it wasn't hit already. I think it might have been, I can't remember, but if it wasn't, then it still definitely needs to be hit. Dark Arm Dragon going to unlimited. This never made sense to why it was limit 3. I guess they were kind of too scared, right? Because in the TCG, it was a very powerful card, but in Duel Links, there's not really many decks that can kind of abuse it apart from Element Sabers and of course the Armed Dragon itself. And in Armed Dragons, you do kind of need as much back row help as you can get, so I can get it. Okay, this is fine. This is good. Then we've got Moray of Greed. It's been flip-flopping. It doesn't really do anything, I don't think, so yeah. Really? We're bringing Liquid Soldier from 2 to unlimited? I think this might be the one hit on the ban list so far that it's the most controversial, right? I think heroes don't need more than 2 liquid. I think they're good enough as is right now. Right. That might be the biggest what the hell change for KONAMI from this one. Karakuri Merchant, finally, he's back. Full power Karakuri, I believe now. That is fantastic. Again, good job KONAMI on that one. We've then got Volverniges. Okay, so yeah, Volverniges was put to unlimited, and Raging Dragon did kind of take its place, which I guess is fine because it's kind of unfair to hit Volverniges when it is used in more decks than Raging is, I think. So that's a good change in my opinion. We've then got Aloof Lupine as the final card on the ban list coming back. Thunder Dragons getting more support. What a good ban list, you know? Overall, I can't find too much to fault with, you know? I might be changing tune after this gets implemented, right? But I think SPEEDROID's got a very big hit, in my opinion. And I'm kind of all for it. The 2 best decks got hit. Trickstars weren't, Rockets weren't. That's fine. I think they're fine as they are right now. Mech Knights is a bit weird. I'm not too sure whether it is actually a hit or a bit of just like a rebump or something. I'm not too sure on that one. But overall, very good list. And that is totally biased because, of course, of Navigation and of the Rod coming back. Finally, I can now check Discord, and yeah, I'm being flooded notifications from people. There's Rai from the Daily Discord saying it as well. We're back, boys. We're back.